Hey guys, it's Bub here, and in this video we're taking a look at Classic 7, which claims to be the almost one-to-one Windows 7 recreation. We've taken a look at projects created by this developer before. We've taken a look at the StarX project, and I can't remember what it was specifically called, but it was Windows 10 that looked like Windows XP. So I'm very eager to see how well Classic 7 looks like Windows 7. I just told you all of the information that I have. This is pretty much their entire website. I don't have any pictures. I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't tested the ISO. We're going in blind. The developer did reach out to me and ask me to take a look at this. However, I am being paid in no way to do this, so my honest opinion will be given in this video. So let's go ahead and boot up the OS. I don't even know what OS this is based on. I would assume Windows 10, but I don't know. And yeah, this looks like the Windows 10 startup screen. Like I said, I really know nothing about this operating system besides what it claims to be, which is a one-to-one recreation of Windows 7. But how it achieves that one-to-one recreation, I have no idea. So yeah, this looks to be your typical Windows 10 login or setup screen, to be expected. Really, I don't know any other custom ISO like this that doesn't the startup screen doesn't look like this. Let's go ahead and accept the terms and continue. Custom on this virtual hard disk. And there we go. That's all the installation that we need. We're now going to install, and we'll be back once we boot into this custom ISO. Alright, and here we are. So this is the first thing that we see after installing the OS. So we're going to go ahead and install VMware Tools, so just that we can get a better experience. But I mean, so far, I've seen very little, but I'm very impressed. I mean, this is shockingly similar to what I would see in Windows 7. I mean, besides these notifications that keep coming up, I don't think you can do anything about that. So we're going to go ahead and install VMware Tools. I'm sure you're noticing as these notifications that keep popping up, even though they sound or they look like Windows 10, they sound like Windows 7. So here we are. By default on the desktop, we have Recycle Bin, WinArrow Tweaker, Windhawk, I actually don't know what that is, and a README. So let's look at some of the credits here because this gives us some more details. So this is using Tiny10 by NTDev, Windows, and all of this other stuff here that we can see. When booting up, the taskbar is set to opaque black. Yep, as we can see. Let's see, account pictures. There's the system requirements and how to donate and the GitHub. So yeah, so I didn't know this was Tiny10, so that's pretty cool. I wish a little more information was available on the website, but hey, to each their own. And then of course we have Google Chrome with an old logo, but this actually isn't Google Chrome at all. This is Firefox, which is a little... Oh, so it's actually... Huh. That's cool, I think. Or wait, I'm actually so confused. What is this? Because it says it opens Firefox. See, Program Files, Mozilla Firefox. I think it's Firefox themed to be Chrome. Because I think you can do that with Firefox, so I don't actually know. Yeah, this is Firefox 1.15. So that's actually really cool that, this is crazy. I haven't seen this in so long, and it's all here. Even MySpace, Angry Birds. I mean, this is insane how, accurate this is to Chrome back in the day. I mean, wow, this is crazy. I'm genuinely impressed already. The wallpaper is a custom one. This looks like a macOS wallpaper. I can't say for certain though. And then it has the purple Windows logo down here. Pretty cool. The taskbar, as we've said, is the opaque black, which appears to be a bug according to the README file. It looks accurate. I mean, over here we have the Show Desktop button. We have the clock. We have volume controls. We have network. They even replicated network. We have the VMware Tools. Windhawk, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Bluetooth, safely remove hardware, and then VMware Tools, of course. Opening the Start menu, we can see, this is identical. All this stuff, it acts like Windows 7. I do want to see, though, what is Windhawk? I've never heard of this application before, but I can tell you it opens like Windows 10. It has the Windows 10 border, so it's probably a UWP app. Oh, and it's just more mods. Okay, I see what it is. So it's giving us network flyout, thick frames, disk pie chart, things all like that. So that's what that is. Let's go into all programs. Let's see what we have here. We have Firefox private browsing, which does still open. Wow. Look, there's the old incognito guy from Chrome. I mean, that's crazy. Microsoft Edge, I'm sure this is just regular Microsoft Edge that opens like Windows 10. Okay. I didn't think you could theme that. WinArrow Tweaker, WinHawk, Settings, which, yeah, this opens just like regular Windows 10 app. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Games, so you have all of your typical, Windows games here, including what is known as my favorite on this channel, Purple Place. I have a lot of memories of playing this on Windows Vista when I was younger, although it didn't actually open for some reason. Purple Place? Okay, I guess we're not getting Purple Place. Going down, we have Startup Nothing and Startup, Ultra UX Theme Patcher, Windows Accessories. Quick Assist is still here, but it does actually open with the Windows 7 border, which just that alone just looks really funny. Typical administrative tools, system information. We can see it's Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC build 19044. Let's see what else we can find here. Ease of access, magnifier, and narrator. Okay, didn't like magnifier for some reason. Windows PowerShell, typical PowerShell, and typical Windows system. In the File Explorer, wow. I mean, I'm like genuinely impressed at how accurate this looks. I mean, this is exactly like it is in Windows 7. I mean, look at this bar. I mean, the same gradients, the same fonts, the same buttons. All of this, the little click sounds that you got when you clicked on them. The icons, I mean, this is the most accurate recreation of Windows 7 I've ever seen so far. I mean, right now, just looking at it, if I didn't know that this was a clone, I wouldn't know that this was a clone. I would feel like I mean, I would think I'm using Windows 7. I mean, let's get rid of that. I would think I'm using Windows 7 right now. Like, this is actually insane. Let's run WinVer and see. Yep, Windows 7 Ultimate. So it is 21H2. So it is a newer version. Like I said, it's Tiny 10. So it is Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC 21H2. Still out of date. But speaking of out of date, let's find out if we can actually update this. I highly doubt that we can. Yeah, no, they deleted the Windows Update service, or they blocked it in the firewall, so no, you can't update this. Is this activated, though? I feel like it is. I don't know actually how to check activation settings. Yes, Windows is activated using organization's activation service. So I would assume that it's probably cracked, but, I mean, still, this is crazy that this looks like this. If we go to personalized, oh wait, I saw gadgets. I want to add some gadgets here. I always wanted, let's see, I like the calendar. I don't like that clock. CPU meter looks cool. And then a picture puzzle, so you can, kind of be over here and, try and put together the picture. Background, we can select, let's just go to the Windows 7 background for fun here. Taskbar settings, okay, that just opens that one. But wow. Like I said, this is amazing. So with that being said, this is just a brief overview of Classic 7, and I can honestly say that I am really impressed. This is a crazy operating system. I am so glad I got to take a look at it. Thank you to the developer for reaching out to me. The link, if you want to check this out yourself, is classic7.lol. Please take a look at it. This is insane. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. That being said, I'll see you all in the next one.